Ladies and gentlemen, the studio was buzzing with its usual morning energy. Cameras hummed, lights glowed bright, and the scent of fresh coffee lingered in the air. Kelly&Ripa, usually a beacon of unshakable energy and humor, walked onto the set with her trademark smile, greeting the crew and co-hosts. But beneath the facade, a storm was brewing in her heart. For weeks, whispers had circulated among the staff. Kelly had been distant, quieter than usual, often staring off into space mid-segment, her laughter tinged with a fragile, almost imperceptible sadness. Fans speculated, was it stress? Personal struggles, nobody knew. Her co-host, Michael, noticed the subtle cracks. "Kelly, you okay?" he asked lightly during a rehearsal. "I'm fine," she replied, forcing a smile that didn't reach her eyes. But as the cameras rolled live that morning, her true emotions were impossible to mask. The announcement no one saw coming. The show started like any other. Playful banter, celebrity interviews, and trending stories. Kelly laughed, cracked jokes, and interacted with fans through social media. Everything seemed normal, until the moment came when the teleprompter glitched mid-sentence. Kelly paused. The laughter faded. She looked directly into the camera, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Good morning, everyone," she began, her voice trembling slightly. "I've always believed in honesty here, with all of you, my incredible viewers, my friends, and my family at this show. So today, I have to say something that I never imagined I'd have to say." A hush fell over the studio. Even the crew, trained to anticipate every possible scenario, was frozen in shock. I'm leaving," Kelly continued, her voice breaking. This is my last broadcast. Forever." Gasps echoed throughout the studio. Michael's hand instinctively reached for hers, but he didn't interrupt. He knew this was her moment, and the weight of it needed to be felt. The camera cut to the live feed, and millions of viewers at home watched in stunned silence. Social media exploded instantly. #Kelly&Ripa farewell began trending within minutes. Memories flooded back. As the cameras captured her trembling, Kelly spoke about the journey she had shared with her fans. "I've spent decades in front of you, laughing, crying, growing together," she said. "Every morning, you've given me purpose. Every smile, every comment, every moment we've shared, it's been everything to me." Images of past episodes, iconic moments, and behind-the-scenes laughter played on the studio monitors. The montage was a nostalgic river of joy, heartbreak, and everything in between. Kelly paused, wiping a tear from her cheek. But life has other plans. And sometimes we have to listen to our hearts, even when it hurts the most. The camera lingered on her face, beautiful, vulnerable, human. Fans at home felt an ache in their hearts, a deep, gut-wrenching sadness they hadn't anticipated. The hidden struggle. Behind the cheerful, sparkling persona, Kelly had been battling something deeply personal. Private struggles, health concerns, and the constant pressure of public life had slowly worn her down. Few people knew, and fewer still had been able to offer real support without intruding. In her farewell speech, she hinted at the unseen battles. "There's a life beyond the cameras, one that I need to embrace fully. I need time to heal, to breathe, and to rediscover who I am outside of this spotlight." Michael nodded silently beside her, his expression a mixture of heartbreak and understanding. The bond they had formed over years of co-hosting wasn't just professional, it was familial. And now, that family was fracturing. The moment the news hit, social media exploded with reactions. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook with messages of love, grief, and disbelief. "No, she can't leave. This isn't real. I've watched her every morning for 20 years. My heart is broken. Kelly, thank you for everything. Please take care of yourself. Memes, heartfelt videos, and tributes poured in from all corners of the world. Kelly's impact on popular culture, morning television, and countless lives became painfully clear in an instant. Even celebrities joined the chorus. Co-stars, friends, and fellow talk show hosts posted their own emotional messages. It was a global moment of shared heartbreak. As the show neared its final moments, Kelly struggled to maintain composure. She hugged Michael tightly, a silent exchange that spoke volumes. Turning back to the camera, she whispered, almost to herself, "I'll miss this. I'll miss all of you more than words can say. But this isn't goodbye forever, just for now. Please keep the laughter alive, and remember, kindness always wins." The teleprompter went blank. No scripts. No cues. Just Kelly, human and raw, standing in front of millions of eyes worldwide. She waved one last time. The studio audience, the crew, even the camera operators were in tears. The screen faded to black, marking the end of an era. The days following the farewell were filled with tributes, retrospectives, and media coverage analyzing every moment of her announcement. But away from the cameras, Kelly began to rebuild her life on her own terms. She traveled to quiet places, reconnected with old friends, and embraced passions she had set aside for decades. She painted, wrote, and even took long walks in the early morning, savoring the peace she had never allowed herself. Though the world mourned her absence, Kelly discovered a different kind of joy, one not measured in ratings or social media likes, but in authentic, quiet moments of self-discovery. Even though she had left television, Kelly's influence didn't fade. Fan clubs, charity initiatives, and social campaigns continued in her name. New hosts cited her as inspiration, and countless fans found comfort in the moments she had shared with them. And sometimes, late at night, messages still arrived from fans. Photos of morning routines, letters about how she had touched lives, and notes of gratitude. Kelly read each one, feeling a profound sense of fulfillment. She had left the stage, but the love, laughter, and lessons she had given would echo for generations. One evening, sitting by a window as the sun set, Kelly whispered to herself, "I gave everything I had, and now I get to live for me." The tears that came weren't of sadness. They were of release, gratitude, and peace. The world had witnessed her farewell, and though hearts were broken, hers had finally begun to heal. Kelly/Ripa had said goodbye forever on live TV, but she had also reminded everyone that courage, honesty, and authenticity were worth more than any spotlight. Her legacy wasn't in the ratings. It was in the countless hearts she had touched, the laughter she had shared, and the bravery of choosing herself when the world still demanded everything else. The news cycle eventually moved on, as it always does, but fans never forgot that morning. They remembered her smile, her courage, and the tears she shared with them. Kelly/Ripa's farewell wasn't just a goodbye. It was a lesson in vulnerability, strength, and the bittersweet beauty of endings that make way for new beginnings. And somewhere, far from the cameras, Kelly laughed softly, free at last. The world may have cried, but she finally lived. If you've been moved by this story, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss future updates on Mark Consuelos and other important stories. And in the comments below, share your messages of love and encouragement for Mark and Kelly.